Don't forget to go to AshKicking.com for pound the best home health and beauty fragrance products.
Hi, you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So now Anthony Joshua and Team Joshua, they are giving Deontay Wilder a week, 2 weeks at the most, to decide if he's going to take the fight against Anthony Joshua in the UK. For those of you guys who don't know how we got to this point, once again, Anthony Joshua, he said, if you give me $50 million, I will fight Deontay Wilder. That was his only stipulation. Deontay Wilder and Team Wilder, they basically surprised Anthony Joshua, came up with the $50 million. And then Anthony Joshua said, okay, well now I have another stipulation. The fight has to be in the UK or there will be no fight. And now Anthony's promoter, Eddie Hearn, he's saying he would like to get some type of nod from Wilder by this week. He said 2 weeks at the most. He said if we don't get any word from Deontay Wilder, we're going to fight Alexander Povetkin. Matter of fact, this is exactly what Eddie Hearn just recently said. Quote, we all decided as a team that the first fight should be in the UK. It's not a case of being arrogant, but at the moment, there's a very clear A side in the fight, and the fight should take place where that A side wants that fight to take place. If Wilder wins, he becomes the A side. They made a very strong offer, there's no denying that, but it's not an amount of money that's going to change Anthony's life. I disagree with that, because this is the reason why Anthony wanted the $50 million, because he did want a purse that would change his life. Anthony never asked for $50 million to fight Charles Murray, Vladimir Klitschko, or Joseph Parker. So with that being said, clearly Anthony Joshua wanted the purse for a Wilder fight to change his life once again. Now something else, Eddie Hearn, he said he talked to Anthony Joshua, and Anthony kept asking him, why isn't the fight in the UK where we could have 90,000, seats sold? We could have 90,000 fans in the arena. And he said, how many people will show up? He said, how many UK fans will show up if the fight is in America? And Eddie Hearn said, maybe about 7, 8, 9,000. And he said that Anthony Joshua basically said, well, that's not right, for us to do this to our fans that have supported us for all of our fights with Klitschko and other fighters, to now go overseas and have the fight in America. So this is Anthony's explanation for why he wants the fight in his own country. But I really think that Deontay Wilder is going to bend. I think Deontay Wilder, he always understood there was a good chance he would have to fight Anthony Joshua in the UK, at least in the first fight. They keep talking about a first fight and a second fight. This is a heavyweight fight. And depending on how vicious someone gets knocked out in this fight, there's a very good chance there will not be a second fight. So we'll see what happens. But I'm optimistic, and I truly believe that Deontay Wilder, he's going to go ahead and fight this man in his backyard, just like Wilder was willing to go to Russia and fight Alexander Povetkin. And in that fight, Wilder was clearly the A side, and he was still willing to go over there and fight this man in his own backyard. So let's see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if Anthony decides to go with Povetkin. If he does go with Povetkin, he will deal with some serious backlash. Let's see what happens. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.